Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin, and today I have an open box video for you with some really wonderful ancient coins. And these coins actually all belong to a customer of mine, but I wanted to share them with you anyway because they're just lovely, the details are great, and also because I just want to show you, you can be a real passionate collector and collect stuff for years and years and just have some really cool stuff. Especially on this first piece here. This is from Boeotia in Thebes. This is a silver stator. And what's really cool about this one, in my opinion, which they called AU with a strong strike 5.5, a surface of 3.5, is that above the amphora here, you have this bunch of grapes, which is super cool. But then look at the detail on the amphora. Look at, this is full bands, people. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? This is a lovely, lovely coin. Just a lovely coin. All right, next up we have the ever popular Pegasus. And so I have people ask me about investing in coins, and sometimes I kind of tell them, well, how much do you know about ancients? Because I just always think this is kind of a good area to collect. They've performed well over the years, and I think there's still upside. This is from Corinth, 4th century BC, a stator, again, silver stator. Okay, they called this one an XF with a strike of 5 and a surface of 4. One side's got Athens with the Athenian helmet, the other side has a beautiful Pegasus on it. And for those of you keeping score at home, this took like 3.5, 4 months, which is not bad. I just had a group of world coins that took 6 months to get back. Hopefully the future us who watches these videos will think, man, those were the dark days, and everything is so much better now, so much faster. And but I will say that historically, ancients were the always the longest, always took the longest to get back. And what a great example this coin is, as we're switching over here. Calabria in Tarsus, pardon me, Tarsus. Sorry, I get a little bit into my ancient cities and stuff. A double drachma, right? Hemidrachma would be half a drachma. A didrachma, di is two, like the word didymus means twin. Di is, anyway, I'm not a linguist, but I just thought I'd point that out. What little knowledge I have, I will share. It won't take long. But really amazing piece, riding the dolphin, feeling the flow. Really cool. Overall, they call this an XF with a 5 strike and a surface quality of 4. And I always really liked that design. And really nice grade coins, too. The collector took their time over the years. They were a little bit choosy. And I can almost guarantee you that a lot of these things are worth double what he paid for them. Well, especially something like this. I mean, Sicily and Syracuse, that's where this is from, with the dolphins encircling. According to the label, this person on the front is Arethusa. And then on the back, this the flying angel character over there is Nike. Just do it, right? But Nike, another word for Mercury, the messenger. They call this one brushed. They put the little annotation on there that it's been brushed. Only calling it a fine, which I found a little bit interesting because, it has a ton of detail to it. I mean, it doesn't look like it's worn down quite that far. But either way, nice coin. This is a tetradrachma, so that's 3 drachmas. And it also has a little bit, sometimes you'll see these little cuts on them. See, there's actually that looks pretty natural. Sometimes you'll see little cuts on them. That actually looks like a natural hole. Sometimes you'll see little cuts on them that are from just what they call a test cut. Okay, so for those of you who don't collect ancients, you may already know this guy because there's certain ancient coins that people who do not collect ancients collect. And this is Alexander the Great. And really nice representation all around. A ton of detail. Nicely struck. Then dude's got a 6-pack. He's got his menagerie there on his throne with his scepter. And then if you can read Greek, then you can read what that says. Right, very cool. Choice AU, beautiful, beautiful coin. I mean, that's just lovely. The style, the design, the details. And so that's actually, the design is actually Hercules, also known as Heracles. And choice strike, good surface quality. So that helmet he's wearing is actually the lion's head. And so sometimes it's hard to tell, but right below his ear, you can make out the bottom of the jaw, and then that's the top of the face, and there's an ear here. Let me just show you real quick. You know, this is the lion's mane, and this is its mouth, its nose and snout area. There's like even like a little tooth there. His jaw, his ear, and up here is where his eye would be. So those are really cool. What a beautiful piece, man. That's fun. That's fun. Next up, so this is going to be into the Ptolemaic Kingdom. This is Ptolemy the First, and then you've got the classic just eagle design on the reverse. They weren't messing around. It's like this is almost like an American coin. Face of a dude on one side, eagle on the back. Let's just roll with it. Really bold, bold design though. Look at the details on the wings. Look at this. Look at the detail in there. You know, and these guys really, they really did work. I mean, they made some incredible pieces back in my day, right? Back in the day. Choice extra fine, another strike, high quality strike, which is a pretty consistent theme for this group of coins that we got back. My guy had a great eye for strike, all the detail there of Ptolemy. Another tetradrachma, so threes. I'm always saying that. I mean, I always say things that I'm going to get corrected on. So this is also from Carthage. Zucatana, 400 to 35 BC, a little bronze coin. Obverse, it says, is Tanit. In the reverse, this is the classic looking design that if you see the horse and palm tree, usually that's the Carthage that I know and love. That's Carthage usually when you see that. It has a little bit of some original green to it. They call this an extra fine. Strike and surface quality, they gave them 5s on both. You know, so, which is interesting, just the way that they kind of look at those. You know, they're looking, I think, largely when you look at the surface quality of 5, you're looking for originality. Oh man, don't. I'm laughing to myself because whenever I see the two-headed piece, I think the duplicity of man and the nature of man, and so this one's this beautiful Roma on the reverse. We got that's probably Victory riding on a chariot there with Nike and the scepter. We'll see if that's an original person here or not. Jupiter riding with Victory, yeah. And they call this a Janiform, so it's like the Janus head with the 2 heads. And what a cool piece. So they call this Choice XF, another strike of 5, surface of 4. And really, really cool, really well done piece. Look at, I really like the broad planchet where the reading is showing the beading all the way around there. That frame just frames it off nicely. Roman Republic era, anonymous issue 225 to 214 BC. Oh man, yeah, we won't get into what a quadrigatus is because just when you thought you knew what the different denominations were, they throw another one at you. I always just think of the Brits, right? I mean, you get confused enough when you try to figure out what a groat is. So here's another Roman Republic. This one is T. Annius Rufus, 144 BC. And we've got some more of a similar theme here. This is a really popular reverse from the Roman Republic time, where you have something, usually it says Roma, you got the chariots, all the cool horses, and all the king's men. And, look, it's graded VF right there. There you go. And it's also graded VF right there, so that's a coincidence. So anyway, beautiful piece. I actually like this piece a lot, even though it's one of the lower grade pieces so far in this group. It has a real nice look to it, a little bit of some toning even. Very nice denarius. All right, well, so if you don't know, now you know, the Caesar Augustus, 27 BC to 14 AD, among the most popular, collectible, and expensive versions of coins that you can get. Divus Julius, Divine Julius. This one's a VF with a star for eye appeal. Nice, nicely done. Look at that, a star. Light marks. Interesting little annotation that it has an annotation of light marks and a star. Getting me back to my arguments about my preference towards the way that you can look at ancient grading versus American. It can be both, right? These things don't have to be mutually exclusive. You can mention that it has some markings, but it has better eye appeal. This actually on the back is a comet coming through the sky on the reverse design. What a lovely, lovely piece. Something that the owner should be proud of. Oh, and we're still rolling here. Now this is Julius Caesar. So the Caesar is the most common, most popular Caesars. This Caesar with the elephant is Julius. So it's actually the elephant stomping a snake. There's a snake right up in front of the elephant. And the Caesar. And then on the back you have all the different ritualistic implements. So which they just say implements actually on there, yeah, but they don't list them. I'd have to look them up to tell you what they all are. AU, strike 5, surface 4. Nice piece. Super popular type coin. Denarius from Julius Caesar. Next up we have a really famous, really super famous guy here. This is Tiberius, 1480 to 37. And sometimes you can really make out the lettering on these things. And sometimes you just have to know what everything stands for when you look at it. But sometimes if you get used to looking at them, you actually just know what the face is, the portrait is. This one they call an extra fine, another strike of 5, surface of 3. Reverse Livia as Pax. Oh man, Livia as Pax. Okay, so there's probably a lot of history that goes into that, but you know, they'll have the different lettering back here. I don't know what all of that one stands for. But it's supposed to be representation of not a goddess, but Livia, who is an actual person. And Pax would be peace. And here we go on to what is called just an as. AS is an as. Beautifully struck piece. Strike of 5, surface of 3. And this is Claudius. And oh, that's just handsome. Look at that. Libertas Augusta. Beautiful piece. Man, sorry, I get carried away sometimes. I forget I'm filming. Just look at that. Just lovely design here. Liberty standing, Libertas standing. Although liberty in this instance may have stood not for how we call liberty, but Libertas. I'm trying to think of some of the different routes that can go into. All right, I'm going to move on here though to a different ruler that's a little bit tough. This is Vitilius, also a denarius. And you know, these guys had lots of different names. So you see the Germani on the top. Also, the big jowls on that guy. I mean, he actually looks like rulers that are near him. 69 AD is like a really famous time. Choice fine with the star, strike 5, surface 4. They had, I'm trying to remember this, 4 rulers in that year. And the one who ruled the least amount of time was Otho. And then here's Jupiter in victory. Together at last. But 69 AD, yeah. So Otho is the most expensive of the piece, but Vitilius is also hard to come by. Really nice piece. Last but not least, what did we end up with last? Oh, well, look at this. Here we go, the Athenian Owl. Super, super popular. I actually didn't plan this, folks. Some of y'all might recognize this little guy here. Technically, my logo for my YouTube channel is actually from a different ancient Greek coin, but it's also the owl design, so, you know, but beautiful piece. This one they're calling an extra fine, strike 5, surface 2, edge cut. We're talking about those edge cuts before on that other coin I was looking at. There's a little moniker, says edge cut. The Tetra, obverse of Athena, reverse of the owl standing. Some edge filing to this, they mentioned that too, but let's look here a little closer at, there's that cut right out of it. Good work on the guys at NGC. You've got to put this in a holder. They got it to stick nice. That's cool. Very nice piece. Lovely, lovely. All right. Well, thanks guys so much for watching. I've been the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.